Hi everyone, it's Linnea for LDRS Creative, and all this week LDRS Creative is collaborating with ThermOWeb. So keep your eyes open for an Instagram hop in the middle of the week, as well as daily blog posts on both the LDRS Creative blog and the ThermOWeb blog using inspiration from both companies. So I'm going to get started here. I have the new Slimline Pocket die sets, and I'm going to be using the Slimline Droplet Pocket die set today. I want to use both the outer frame and the inner droplet portion together, so I'm taking some 1.5 inch purple tape from ThermOWeb, and I'm going to tape these two pieces together. Then I'm going to create a special die cut background. So I have Decofoil 3D foam adhesive sheets, and these are double-sided, as well as some Poppin' Pink Neon Enamel Transfer Sheets. And I'm going to press these Neon Enamel Transfer Sheets onto the foam adhesive sheets. You want to make sure you're putting the dull side of the enamel into the adhesive. You want that kind of gumball candy coating facing up. And then I'm just going to tape the Slimline Droplet Pocket die right on top, run this through my die cutting machine just like if I was cutting paper. And for a minute here I thought about leaving all these little droplets in my die, but I decided to poke them out. So I'm just going to use a poker tool. You can see how easily these poke out even with the enamel and the double-sided foam adhesive sheets. So I'm going to take a minute and pop all those out, and look at this. Isn't that so shiny? It absolutely reminds me of a gumball candy coating, and I just love this background. You can do this with any of the LDRS Creative dies. Any of the frame dies would be awesome. So the scalloped circles, squares, rectangles, and ovals, they would all be great to die cut these enamel transfer sheets with. Now I'm going to do some stamping. I have the Ice Valley stamp set as well as the Snow Much Fun stamp set, and I will be stamping that kind of large-ish scene from the Ice Valley stamp set, and then just the sled with the polar bear, the fox, and the little mouse. I used Raven Hybrid ink from LDRS Creative to stamp my images, and then I'm going to do some coloring with my alcohol markers. My coloring is very simple. These images are pretty small, which suits me and my coloring style. I'm just using some C2 and C0 where I want there to be snow. Where I want there to be ice, I'm using BG11 to kind of outline the ice, and then I will blend that out a little bit with BG10. Now for the critters, I wanted this to be a little polar bear. You could make him any color you wanted. If you wanted him to be a black bear or brown bear, any color at all, totally doesn't matter. I'm going to color the sled to match that Poppin' Pink Neon Enamel background. So the colors that I have that are closest to that are RV14 and RV13. Starting with my darkest and then just outlining where I want that to be. And then I will just blend that out with my lighter color. Once I have that done, I'm going to move on to the little critters. I used some warm gray markers as well as some yellow-red for the little fox. Now I'm going to take the coordinating Snow Much Fun and Ice Valley dies and tape them in place using ThermOWeb purple tape. Remember, this is a pressure-activated tape, so once you position the tape where you want it to be, you want to give that a little press, and that pressure activates the adhesive so I can hold my dies in place and run them through my die cutting machine. Time now to assemble the card. This is going to come together pretty quickly. I cut a card base to be 3 inches tall by 5.5 inches wide, and I'm just going to glue that Slimline Droplet Pocket die on top. That's kind of a mouthful for me. And then I'm using iCraft Ultrabond liquid adhesive. This is my favorite adhesive, and I'm going to just glue that Ice Valley die right on top, flat onto it, onto the bottom left. I'm going to put something heavy on top to hold that in place. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a sentiment, and my sentiment is from the Christmas Wishes stack. I stamped that with Raven Hybrid ink onto white cardstock, and I used the coordinating wave ribbon die to cut out all those sentiments, and I picked my favorite one, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. I thought that went with these cute little critters sleigh riding through the ice and the snow. I'll use some iCraft 3D foam squares from ThermOWeb. These are quite thick, so these is going to have a lot of dimension. And I'm going to hang that off the left side of my card. I hung the sentiment off the right side of my card too to balance that out. And all I'll need to do is just put this into a larger 5x7 envelope, and it'll still go through the regular mail easily. So thank you so much for joining me for this collaboration video. Remember to head over to my blog post. I will leave that linked in the video description below. There is a chance to win a prize to the LDRS Creative Shop. So make sure you head over to the blog and leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Bye.